In the fast-paced world of combat sports, one name has stood out as a true legend: Jon "Bones" Jones. From his electrifying performances in the octagon to his larger-than-life personality outside of it, Jones has carved a unique path to success. But what exactly is the lifestyle of this MMA icon, and just how much has he accumulated over the years? Jon Jones is widely considered one of the greatest mixed martial artists of all time. Jones has had an incredible successful career in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, where he is a former two-time light heavyweight champion. Jones made his UFC debut in 2008 at the age of 21. Despite his young age, Jones quickly made an impact using his incredible reach, versatile striking, and dominant wrestling skills to defeat opponents after opponent. By 2011, at just 23 years old, Jones became the youngest champion in UFC history, after defeating Mauricio Rua for the light heavyweight title. As one of the top fighters in the UFC, Jon Jones enjoys the lifestyle of a highly paid sports star. Jones owns several luxury cars and motorcycles and has spent his fortune on houses, first-class travel, and indulgent purchases. He travels frequently for fights and has enjoyed the perks of fame, such as sponsorships, endorsements, and public appearances. As champions, Jones went on to tear through the light heavyweight division, defeating legends. With his only career loss coming via disqualification, Jon Jones has cemented himself as the greatest light heavyweight in MMA history. However, his storied fighting career has been plagued by controversies outside the octagon. Jones began his title reign with dominating defenses against former champions Quinton "Rampage" Jackson and Lyoto Machida. For these two fights, Jones earned an estimated $1.6 million, including his first pay-per-view points. Jones continued his run with stoppages over Vitor Belfort and Cael Sonnen, the later of which earned him his first $1 million-plus purse. However, it was his epic war with Daniel Cormier at UFC 182 that stands as Jones's career-defining fight. He earned a career-high of $1.65 million payday for his dominant unanimous decision win over the Olympian. Soon after, Jones was involved in a hit-and-run accident where he crashed his rental car into a vehicle containing a pregnant woman, and then he fled the scene on foot. He later returned to grab cash from his car before again fleeing. Jones was stripped of his title and suspended indefinitely after this incident. This began a tumultuous period in Jones's career defined by controversies, arrests, and failed drug tests. He was arrested for DUI in 2012. In 2015, he tested positive for cocaine prior to UFC 182, but wasn't sanctioned since it was out of competition. In 2016, he was pulled from UFC 200 for failing a pre-fight drug test for banned substances. Curious to know what luxury vehicles he possesses? His millions in fight earnings afford Jones an extravagant lifestyle. He spent hundreds of thousands on custom rifles, luxury vehicles, and lavish homes. After totaling his $190,000 Bentley in a 2012 DUI crash, Jones added to his collection with purchases like a $50,000 Nissan Armada and $90,000 Cadillac CTS-V. While his fight purses averaged around $500,000 to $1 million through his early title defenses, Jones has earned significantly more over the past 5 years for his sporadic appearances. His estimated career earnings just from UFC fights exceed $10 million. At his peak before scandals hit, Jones was earning up to $2 million per year from blue-chip sponsors like Nike and MuscleTech. However, he lost an estimated $10 million deal with Reebok after his 2015 hit-and-run arrest. Jones also lost Monster Energy as a major sponsor. Currently, his only major sponsor is with the supplement brand GAT. The amount they pay him annually is undisclosed, but is certainly a fraction of what Jones earned earlier in his career before the controversies. Jon Jones' net worth is estimated to be around $10 million currently. However, through better life choices, Jones could have potentially doubled his career earnings. Outside the cage, Jones comes from an accomplished athletic family. Both his brothers, Arthur and Chandler Jones, play in the NFL. Tragically, his sister Carmen passed away from brain cancer before her 18th birthday. Jones has 3 daughters with his longtime fiancée, Jesse Moses. The family resides in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where Jones trains at the famous Jackson Wink MMA gym. Jones picked up hunting as a hobby several years ago, taking it to extremes such as hiring a helicopter for aerial boar hunting. His passion for firearms has resulted in Jones owning 12-plus assault rifles, which he enjoys customizing. Jones is also an avid off-roader, luxury watch collector, and exotic car enthusiast. Jones bought his first home in Ithaca, New York at age 23 for $600,000 and sold it years later for $750,000. Between his homes, vehicles, firearms, and more, Jones's net worth has taken a hit from excessive spending and legal troubles. At 33 years old, Jones's career is in the crossroads. He accomplished more than any fighter in history at such a young age, including a UFC Hall of Fame induction in 2017. Simply put, Jon Jones is the greatest talent MMA has ever witnessed. His combination of creative striking, dominant wrestling, cunning strategy, and 6'4" frame has allowed him to outclass every opponent except the judges. No fighter has come close to solving the Jon Jones puzzle. However, Jones's career will forever be defined by repeated missteps outside the octagon. His run-ins with the law and performance-enhancing drug use have marred his pristine legacy. Jones has all the talent to be a mainstream superstar and the UFC top earner. Instead, he earns a fraction of rivals like Conor McGregor due to his inability to control his life. As Jones has entered the twilight of his career, the central question remains: which version of Jones will we see? Will he fulfill his destiny as the MMA GOAT with focused dominance? Or will his demons on and off camera cut his trajectory short? If Jon Jones dedicates himself fully to greatness, more championship runs and millions in earnings will await him. Under new management, Jones plans for 3 fights in 2022 as he bulks up for a run at heavyweight gold. Those intriguing matchups with Francis Ngannou, Stipe Miocic, and more represent his chance to cement his legacy. But with new allegations of domestic violence arising in 2021, Jones continues to stumble. He quips about his troubles with the law on social media rather than expressing remorse. Jones appears to lack self-awareness of his damaging patterns of behavior. Jon Jones remains MMA's most tragic figure, a transcendent generational talent who has everything necessary for superstardom except the discipline to fully capitalize. As his career enters its final act, will Jones stay on script to achieve the legend status his abilities warrant, or will his demons once again play spoiler? Jon Jones is undeniably one of the greatest fighters in MMA history, but his inability to control his life outside the cage continues to jeopardize his legendary status. At 33, his window for further greatness is closing. Will we see Jones return focused and controversy-free to cement his legacy? Or will his checkered past preclude him from ever realizing his full potential? That remains the defining question surrounding the complex icon, Jon Jones. And there you have it, the captivating story of Jon "Bones" Jones. His extraordinary lifestyle and astonishing net worth, a journey marked by highs and lows, controversies and triumphs. If you found this video intriguing and want to stay updated with the latest stories about your favorite sports and entertainment figures, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell.